Hi, Blastpop here. Today I'm taking a look at the Flying Colors update kit to bring the game up to version 3. Now, I had originally purchased Flying Colors quite some time ago. I believe it was back around 2005 when the first edition came out. The game is designed by Mike Nagel, and it has the nice advantage of being able to do large ship fleet actions rather simply as compared to having to plot it and doing detailed logs and plotting such as in Wooden Ships and Iron Men by Avalon Hill. So this has got the advantage of being able to do some of the big fleet actions such as Trafalgar and a great many of the other big battles of the Age of Sail. Now, I was originally going to buy the 3rd edition, boxed and all, but I got this on sale at a really nice price of around $20, so it was too good to pass up. Plus, I've played Flying Colors, over many years, and I just didn't really want to part with all the stuff that I've done with the game in terms of clipping the counters and so on and so forth. So I just didn't want to invest in a new copy, and this price kind of sealed it. Now, I will say that if you go to the GMT website, the contents listed doesn't really closely resemble what is in this package. It comes in a Ziploc, and actually you end up getting, I think, a little bit more, but it's a little confusing as to what is in the package. Well, this is what I got. I got a new rule book. Now, I'm assuming that if you're interested in this game, you'll either know what the rule book looks like inside in terms of contents, and just in terms of there's more use of color in this edition than the previous edition, and in my case, this is my older edition, and you can see it's an original edition, and it's really heavy, so I got all kinds of goodies in there. So there's more use of color. And then you have the playbook with all kinds of scenarios, and new scenarios as well. And you have scenarios for Ship of the Line, which was the expansion, which I also have, that came out at one point to expand your repertoire in Flying Colors. So, you've got a good 25, 30 scenarios. Plus actually new scenarios as well, and they did a nicer job of illustrating the setups for the units, and very easy on the eyes, comfortable to look at, and if you have a difficult time finding the hex numbers, you can kind of find one and then on the map where it's placed, and then just kind of follow this a little bit as a graphical way of making sure you got the units set up properly. You have the scenario pack that came in C3I magazine, which adds campaigns, a Trafalgar campaign, all in the same style as it was published in C3I and consistent with what's published here. And that comes in at 20 pages. Now, there seems to be a lot more counters here than was originally listed in the manifest at the GMT website, as I have sheets 5, 6, and 7, and they include British, French. These are the only comparison is that the original edition had the white core, but that wouldn't put me off. These might be a little bit thicker than was included in the original edition that I have, but it's no impediment to play. You got some half-inch counters as well as the longer counters for the ships of the line. Printed on both sides, reasonably thick. More counters. and you can never have enough markers. So this is welcome regardless. A new map D, which was, I believe, in the expansion Ship of the Line, 22 by 34 inch. Again, very nicely done, consistent with everything else. And then you're supposed to get one player aid card 1 player aid card 2, but nicely and thoughtfully, GMT decided to include 2 copies of each to assist both players and aid gameplay, which is nice. And 2 player aid card 2s, which are identical, one-sided. And then finally, something else that I don't believe was listed in their listing was the sequence of play, turn record track, and weather and wind direction. A nice sort of handy-dandy, all-in-one quick in-game reference. Keep your head out of the rulebook for as much as you can. So for around $20, I thought this was a good value when I picked it up on sale. And if nothing else, it does indicate the nice quality of the production of the full game as well, if it resembles what's here, which I strongly believe it does. So a lot of good wargaming here for Age of Sail enthusiasts. Please comment, like, and subscribe. This has been Blastpop. Bye.